Hi there everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a roundup video for you. I'll be going over the fragrances that I've been wearing this early fall season. So if this is your type of thing, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, and write me down a comment down below, and I will make sure to reply as well. So guys, it's been I think about 7 weeks I've been wearing these fragrances. Those of you who are new here, I do tend to about 7 to 8 weeks I do rotate my fragrances. I own about just under 120, so this is just the best way for me to make sure that every perfume gets used, that they're not just sitting there, as there were quite a few fragrances that used to sit on my shelf for about 2 years and they weren't getting used. And I thought, you know what, no point wasting money. So let's get into it. So first, guys, we're going to go through my empties. Now, some of these were featured in my video before, and just also sorry to add, guys, I have done a previous video, I'll link it down below, on these fragrances, and now I'm just sharing with you my thoughts on them. So we're going to go through some fragrances that some empties, guys. I managed to finish some bottles. So here is one. This is one, guys, it's very sentimental to me. This is Tresor from Lancome, and it's Midnight Rose. And guys, I've used it. I've finished this bottle. This is a beautiful rose raspberry fragrance. I did wear it for days. You might want to keep it for nights, but yeah, finally finished that one. Another one I also finished, and this one you probably knew was going to get finished if you watched the previous video. This is Black Opium. This is the intense version. I purchased it used, secondhand, so it was about less than halfway. So yeah, I don't know why, guys, I still don't know why I purchased it secondhand, but anyway, there you go. But yeah, I do want to repurchase this one, but it's not a priority on my list. But yeah, really enjoyed wearing this one. Actually, let me give my thoughts on this one. Yeah, the projection longevity wasn't the greatest. We know how Black Opium stays. I do actually think the neon, if I think about it now, the neon does perform much better than this on me personally. So as you know, I had a travel size version of the original Black Opium, and that one is done. It's done now. That is finished. So yeah, I won't repurchase it. I think I'm happy overall with my Nuit Blanche, and I will wear the neon one in the next rotation. Okay, another one. Now, this one wasn't on my full list, but I thought, you know what, it's nearly finished. So again, I just want to use it up pretty quick. This is Musc Diamant. This is probably one of the last fragrances I brought before COVID hit, unfortunately. This is a musky almond fragrance, and I think I forgot to mention this in my almond video. I might do a part 2 because I have acquired a few more almond fragrances. So yeah, that is Musc Diamant. Again, for me, I do find it to be the there's still a bit left actually. I think I'll save it just a tiny bit for references. But yeah, that is that. And then one which was I did use in the summer, but again I thought I'll bring it out just to use it up. There's no point of me holding on to this to next year's summer when I could just get rid of it. I've got a limited edition bottle of this, and I've got the red Maestro. So yeah, this would be redundant. This is a fruity version of the original. It's quite different from the original, but yeah. Okay, so those are my empties. Let's go through. Wonder how to do this. Let's go through the compliment getters. So guys, I actually did pick up some compliments. So yeah. All right, so let's go through this one. This one, you know, it's the love at first sniff. This is Chloe Nomade, and this is the Absolu version. Like, it's absolutely perfect for autumn. Even the bottle looks very autumn. It's a Mirabelle plum. I think there's oak moss. Just beautiful. Absolutely love it, and it was a compliment getter. My only thing with this, as much as I love it, is I felt that, and you can see, guys, from how much I've used, is that I felt that I had to spray this one more compared to the original. The original, I had a small 20ml bottle, and that one I'll spray, I don't know, maybe 5 or so, and it will really project. Whilst with this one, I really had to go in to get what I wanted. But nonetheless, it's still a love, and yeah, compliment getter. And the next compliment getter is this one. Sorry, just wipe the bottle. This is Kayali's Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, a beautiful rose, saffron, vanilla fragrance. It's got a sort of oud vibe, which I think is why I got the compliment, because of that oud. This was a fragrance, if I'm being honest. I wasn't sure. I felt that this is certain fragrances that I know that I will love it today, and maybe in a few, maybe this time next year, I might not enjoy it so much. But I really, really grew to love this, love wearing it. Guys, you can't see how much I've used, but I think I'm about here. Maybe like I've used about a third, almost half I did use. And my only thing again with this one is, and I found the same with the Utopia, and I feel the same about the Invite Only. There's just an airy quality to it, where you feel, it just makes me feel that I have to really go in with the sprays for the fragrance to stick. I just find it to be very airy, and I kind of would love to, if I could find a fragrance that was very similar to this but just had a little bit more weight, a bit more power, I might opt for that one instead. So yeah, that is Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. And the next compliment getter was this one. This is C, and this is the Intense. This is the 2021 version. So, oh gosh, you guys, you won't see it properly, but I have used quite a bit. Absolutely, again, really do enjoy wearing this one. My only thing is that I found that in the dry down, it was sometimes a little bit powdery, and I wanted it to keep the sort of booziness that it has, and I'm really into boozy fragrances now. So yeah, that was the compliment getter. Now let's talk about some fragrances that I did enjoy wearing. I did obviously enjoy wearing the My Way. Again, you can see the dent that I've made. This is a, you know, bubblegum tuberose scent with a more vanilla presence compared to the original. So my only thing with this one is I actually feel the vanilla one, with the added vanilla, I think this one makes it a little bit more cozy and makes you feel that it's not intense enough. Whilst because the original is more brighter, it does have a more boldness. It stands out a bit more. But nonetheless, I like this one, but I am sort of deciding as to which one. I do want to get a bigger bottle of one, and I'm still a bit in two minds, but I do still enjoy this one. This one, I think I wore it, I think the first time I wore it, I wasn't that much in love with it, and I was like, oh no, you know, has the love story ended? But the more I wore it, and you can see, it's like near the bottom, like where the lower back is. So yeah, that's how much I've got left. But the more I wore it, the more I still really enjoy it. The vanilla, the rum actually is coming out a little bit more sweet. It still has that soapiness. For me, this is like a comforting type of scent. So yeah, this is Classique Essence, no, Classique, the new version. This is what you will get on the GPG website, and this one was My Way Intense. Right, next one was this one. This is, you know, getting a lot of stick from the hardcore Mugler alien fans, and you can see again I've used quite a bit. This is the Goddess one, so it's a bergamot, coconut water, jasmine, vanilla scent. Maybe there's cashmere in this one. Really enjoy this one. And guys, the strangest thing happened. So there was a time where my nose was kind of blocked. I had a cold and it was blocked, and I sprayed this, and it was really weird, guys, but I actually picked up the giant jasmine finally, and it was actually really nice. And I think that if they had really amped up the jasmine note, it would make the scent more better, because I was like, oh, what is this? And I think it just would have given a little bit more oomph. So yeah, I know, very weird circumstances, but I really picked up this jasmine, this sort of white floral component, and it actually made the fragrance much more interesting. But nonetheless, I still really enjoy this. So yeah. Now, my ultimate love, I think of all the fragrances here, this, maybe along with another one, was my ultimate love. Love this, guys. This is Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle Intense, or Le Parfum. Yeah, I've used quite a bit, but it's a bit difficult to show you guys. Even I can't really see too tough, but I love this scent. Again, I'm really starting to love boozy fragrances. This is very boozy. It's sweet, but not sickly sweet. I just love this. And oh, I think it's edging now, guys. I think it's edging the original. I just love this. Like, full, I'm getting myself a full bottle. So yeah, that is Jean Paul Gaultier Le Parfum. And one, you know already, always, I liked it. This is the Vanilla 28. This was just my small bottle for me to play around with. I will use the big bottle later. Vanilla scent, beautiful, sweet. My only issue with this one, oh, guys, and just to add, sorry, this is a powerhouse. Strong, it's intense. You can smell it on your clothing for days as a present. I'm just surprised this did not get me a compliment, but I don't care. But yeah, sorry, back to this one. So beautiful, sweet smelling. But I don't actually like these little bottles. I just feel that the mist on them is not the greatest. It just doesn't spread out, go as far as I want. But the bigger bottles are better for me. Okay, so yeah, so those are my loves. The ones that I really enjoyed wearing. Let's talk about some ones that in the beginning I was maybe and now I really enjoyed. So this is Coco Mademoiselle, and if you have been a subscriber for a while, you know that I've been in and out of love with well, not in and out of love. I've never really particularly enjoyed this fragrance. In fact, I was actually going to declutter this, but I thought, you know what, I wore it last year at this time last year, so I thought, okay guys, I'll wear it again. And guys, I actually grown to really like this. Like, before I didn't feel that it blended that well, but now I'm getting used to it. I think I'm just so used to that Coco Mademoiselle scent. So it's like with the added fruits, it just felt a bit weird, but now I really like this. It's got the patchouli, actually gives it a bit more of a freshness. It's not too sweet. And this was like my scent when I just wanted to freshen myself up. I didn't wear it out there, but yeah, it's grown on me, guys. It's really, really grown on me. So, yep. One that when I begun this rotation, I was feeling a bit, I was Armani, Cassili. This one I really grew to love, and I have purchased a full bottle since. So I haven't really worn much of this travel size, just because I have the full bottle, and I'm decided whether to keep this or to pass this on. So yeah, this is Cassili by Parfums de Mali, and sorry, that was Coco Mademoiselle Intense. And then the one that when I first brought is the Delina. As you know, I was underwhelmed by it, just because I felt it smelled quite similar to a few scents that I've owned. And yes, obviously guys, you know I love this. So yeah, I will get a full bottle at some point, but I've got quite a few travel sizes to get through. Right, so let's move on. Okay, so some scents that I'm just thinking about. I do enjoy these scents. So this is my Nuit Tresor. This is the EDT. You can see, guys, I am like almost done, I think, with this. So I might try and use this up this year and then say goodbye. I still do love this. I do. It's one of those that I think about whether I will repurchase on, you know, but I'm not sure. But I still really love this. There's something about it. It feels like it does have the coffee that the original has. This, in fact, reminds me a little bit of the Black Opium Intense. I just love it, guys. But my thinking is, guys, is that this smells like the Carice version which I own, and this one too also smells like the Carice version I own. And because it's just all same, similar vibes, I am a bit like, if that makes sense. That's probably why I wouldn't repurchase it, but still love them nonetheless. Now this one, guys, you already knew. Well, if you are already subscribed and you've watched my videos, you know that I don't like the dry down of this one. I really don't. I love the raspberry opening of this, but then the dry down just it becomes a little bit metallic. That's not my thing, but I do adore the bottle. So that's why this one let's see how much I've got there. You can't see properly, but I've got just under half left. So I probably will hold on to this and layer it. I was layering it with the Kayali Sweet Diamond to give it a bit more oomph. But yeah. So these two are just ones that I do. Well, this one I do enjoy, but I may not repurchase this just because it's similar to the Carice, and the Carice is a powerhouse. Next one. So 2 fragrances that are on my top 10 for life, but went through, or top 20 for life. We just went through a little bit of a hazing period. And the first one might surprise you is this one. This is Nuit Tresor, and you know, guys, how much I adore this one. So you can see how much I've used it. Again, less than half left. So what I found is that well, we're here in London anyway. It was still quite warm for quite a lot of the September period. It was still quite warm. Sometimes you would go to work in a big jacket and just be sweating it up by the time you go home. And the setting, my work setting, the actual building is very warm. So I kind of didn't enjoy wearing this in that sort of warm context. So I don't think this is a scent I'll wear in summer. I do prefer this in much more cooler weather, as it did cool down. Like now, guys, it is obviously quite cold in the mornings and in the evenings as well. So I did enjoy it more, but I did go through that period of time where I wasn't enjoying this as much. Another one, exactly the same feelings. This one, again, September was still quite warm. I was rocking this and I didn't enjoy it as much. So much better in the cooler weather. And yeah, this is definitely these two might be spring, early summer scents. So layering combos. So I layered this is Scandal et Paris with this one. This is Elisabethan La Parfum. This is the Essential that came out last year in a pinky. It had a pink vibe going on, okay? So as I said, this is one of my clean, easy reach go-to scents. But I don't know what it was, but I remember wearing this and then laid it with this, and I was like, ooh, this is nice. And let's bear in mind, guys, that the original Le Parfum has honey. We know this is a honey pear scent. So yeah, so it actually worked really well. And another thing was I picked up less pear this time, and the honey was very dominant this time around. And I got like a gardenia. I know there's jasmine in this one, but I got a gardenia. I don't know if gardenia is in this one, but gardenia is definitely in this one. So I think that's what made me reach to this. And yeah, for me, this is a really good combo. If you are into layering combos, you may actually want to try these two out. So I will purchase a bigger bottle of this one. I'm debating whether to get a full bottle of this one or to try and find another 10 ml to layer, because I thought that it worked really, really well. I really loved the combo. And another layering combo as well, guys, is my Viva Belle Eclat, which is an orange blossom scent with some like spices. So this one, as you know, again was a love. But there was a point, I think I oversprayed myself. So I oversprayed like my cardigan. I have this work cardigan that's really thick, and I don't really use perfume on that cardigan. But I sprayed this on it, and then obviously I wore, it was the next day, I wore a different fragrance, but the same cardigan, and it was just very, very heavy. So I do need to reduce the sprays on this one. And I could just smell that orange blossom type, you know, scent, and it was a little bit much. So what I felt was that I needed a bit of sweetness, so I laid it with this, which again is an orange blossom scent, and these two do share some slight similarities. So whilst this one is quite sweet and perfumery, I felt that this added depth to this one. This is Valentino, the Intensa, the intense version, guys, the more vanillic version. And I felt that this added sweetness to this, so it was for me my perfect combo. So again, it's one of those where I was going to get 175 ml of this one, but now I've got a combo for it. And if I don't enjoy this one on its own, I'm deciding whether to get another 30 ml of both or another 50 ml, 75, you know, I'm still deciding what size to get. But yeah, it would be this would be my combo. So that's a nice orange blossom combo. So this one you can see, again, I've used quite a lot. This one, again, I've used quite a lot. All right, so let's get to some other fragrances. This is Tom Ford. This is Soleil Neige. Again, another white floral scent. I wore this. Oh gosh, I don't think this is going to come out for me. Is it coming out? Okay. So yeah, you can see how much I've used. So I had to stop myself, otherwise the whole thing will be finished. Needs a lot of sprays to stay. As we know with Tom Ford fragrances, they aren't always the best for lasting power. It was quite decent, I would say. Lovely white floral scent. I laid it with something, but I can't remember what it was. But it was okay. I'm not rushing to purchase a full bottle. I've done a full review on this one, so do check it out. And then this one was Bubble Bath from Maison Margiela. Coconut scent, guys. That was the only reason why I bought it. It's a coconut, soapy, clean scent. I was going to buy a full bottle. When I bought the beach walk, I was literally going to buy the full bottle of this, but something just said no. And I think I made the right decision. It's a nice, clean, soapy scent, but it does dry down masculine for me. It just wasn't giving what I wanted it to give. So yeah, again, this will be one that will probably stick around. I'll use it and be done with it and keep it moving. So now, guys, unfortunately, with all things, there are some fragrances that just don't quite work out. Let's start off with this one. This one, guys, is from Narciso Rodriguez for her Musk Noir. It was a very much anticipated release for this year, Plum. And it was noir, so you thought it was going to be dark and rich. But as we've all discovered, it's quite, you know, still a musky fragrance. Well, it is musk, but you know what I mean. But for me, I just found it like, I can't do this, guys. It's quite sweet, with soapy, sort of like an air freshener. I hate saying that, but it does remind me of an air freshener. And guys, look how much I've used. I had no intention of reaching for it to use it. Might pass this one on, guys. So yeah, the next one, again, I tried to wear it, tried to rock it. Ariana Grande, Thank You Next. Again, this was one I wanted to get a full bottle of. Something said no. Made the right decision. It's got this sweet, it's got this very sweet, nice sweetness, but then it's got this sort of salty water, beach water, that Baccarat Rouge, you know, that type of thing sort of going on. And I just couldn't get with it. It just wasn't giving me anything. It's a nice scent, but I think it's just the two things going on, or rather just it had that sweetness. So it's a no for me, unfortunately. Meliora, I wore it. I don't mind Meliora. It's okay. It's just the, I think it's the lasting power. But the reason why I stopped wearing it is I want to wear this in spring. I'll keep it for spring, but I don't have any intentions of purchasing the full bottle. And then another one that just didn't tickle my fancy is Elisabethan Rose from Penhaligon. It's a rose scent, but Like, there's some fragrances, guys, that smell a bit like tomato juice. I know it's such a weird one, but it just reminds me of tomato juice, and this is just one of those. And it just wasn't giving anything. I tried to layer it. It's just a no for me. So might pass that one on. Now, one, guys, you can see, I think, guys, I only wore this one once, if that. This is L'Interdit from Givenchy. Beautiful tuberose scent. But I think for me, the vetiver, the earthiness, this is one that I enjoy on other people, but not necessarily myself. And I always had feelings about this fragrance. So for me, I'm not surprised. Maybe for you guys, I don't know if I've ever really raved about this fragrance a lot. But for me, I'm not surprised with myself, because I knew the reason. I was, you know, obviously being a, I don't know, is it a beginner, a bit amateur with these things? I used to wear and keep a lot of fragrances just because of they projected really well. And this was one of them. I think I loved it more for the projection than anything else. So yeah, might pass this one, L'Interdit by Givenchy. Another one that I thought I was going to really enjoy. Sorry guys, it's just to wipe it down. Ricci L'Extase, beautiful rose, caramel, maybe there's amber and all sorts. But guys, I loved this and I love smelling it. For me, it was the dry down. It's the dry down, a little bit like the La Nuit Tresor Dentelle Rose. I'm sorry I didn't mention that, the name for you guys. It was just, I got this sort of plasticky metallic thing going on. For me, it was just weird. Especially on clothing. So yeah, so guys, you can see I did make quite a dent. I did try it, guys. It just didn't work out. Another one a little bit like Givenchy L'Interdit was one that I was always on defensive, but just enjoyed it for the projection. And this is Burberry Her Intense. Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, I don't know, this might say, I don't know, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I love the original so much more. This is for me where I don't like benzoin. It's red fruits, benzoin, can't remember what else, but this will be the occasion where I don't particularly like benzoin. Maybe, yeah, benzoin sometimes gives this medicinal thing. So yeah, I'm not sure about this one, but yeah. And the last one, this one I think you probably knew. This one is Chloe Absolu. So rose, there's vanilla. It smelled too clean, too vanilla. I wish I had more vanilla. Too rosy. It just didn't do it for me, so will not be sticking around. But look guys, I did make a dent. I did try my best. Right guys, so that is it. I wanted to keep this short and sweet at 20 minutes, but you know, there was a lot of fragrance to cover, a lot of things that I added to that one in the previous one. So guys, what are your full fragrances? How are you feeling about them? Are you enjoying them? Are there any, the compliment getters, have I made you want to go and buy them? Let me know in the comments. Right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye.